Welcome to a journey through time, to a land where ancient gods and modern ghosts walk side by side. This is Cambodia, a kingdom of breathtaking beauty, profound faith, and a history marked by both unparalleled glory and unimaginable sorrow. From the towering spires of the world's largest religious monument to the quiet resilience of its people, Cambodia's story is one you won't soon forget. So, how did a nation that built Angkor Wat, a civilization that once dominated Southeast Asia, fall into the darkness of genocide, and what does its future hold today? Join us as we uncover the soul of this incredible country. Our story begins over 1,000 years ago during the golden age of the Khmer Empire. From the 9th to the 15th centuries, this mighty empire was the superpower of the region. Its heart was the city of Angkor, a sprawling urban complex that was, at its peak, the largest pre-industrial city in the world. The Khmer kings, seen as god kings or Devarajas, harnessed immense wealth and manpower to construct an astonishing network of temples, reservoirs, and canals. These weren't just buildings, they were cosmic diagrams, earthly representations of the Hindu and later Buddhist heavens. The most magnificent of all is Angkor Wat. Imagine a temple complex stretching over 400 acres, surrounded by a massive moat, with 5 iconic towers shaped like lotus buds reaching for the sky. Built in the 12th century by King Suryavarman II. It was originally a Hindu temple dedicated to Vishnu. The level of detail is mind-boggling. Its walls are covered in thousands of feet of intricate bas-relief carvings, depicting epic myths, historical battles, and scenes of daily life in the empire. It's a stone encyclopedia of Khmer civilization. Think about the engineering feat, moving and carving millions of tons of sandstone with no modern machinery. It's a testament to the Khmer people's devotion, artistry, and organizational genius. But Angkor Wat was just the crown jewel. Nearby, the city of Angkor Thom, built by the legendary King Jayavarman VII, features the enigmatic Bayon Temple, with its hundreds of serene, smiling stone faces. Who were they meant to represent? The king? A bodhisattva? Their mysterious smiles have puzzled historians for centuries. The Khmer Empire wasn't just about building temples. They developed a sophisticated irrigation system. The berries, which allowed for multiple rice harvests a year, fueling the empire's population and power. Their influence stretched across modern-day Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. This was a civilization at the zenith of its power. So what happened? Why did this great empire decline? Like many great civilizations, the fall of Angkor was not a single event, but a slow decline caused by a combination of factors. The constant construction projects may have overstrained the empire's resources. A shift from Hinduism to Theravada Buddhism changed the societal structure and the concept of kingship. Environmental factors, like prolonged droughts followed by intense monsoons, likely damaged the delicate water management system that was the lifeblood of the city. Finally, increasing pressure from neighboring kingdoms, particularly the rising power of Ayutthaya in Siam, modern Dai, Thailand, led to invasions. In 1431, Ayutthaya sacked Angkor, and the Khmer court eventually relocated its capital south. Closer to modern-day Phnom Penh, the great stone cities of Angkor were slowly but surely reclaimed by the jungle. For centuries, they lay largely forgotten by the outside world, a lost world of temples swallowed by giant strangler figs and silk cotton trees. For the next 400 years, Cambodia entered a period often called its Dark Ages, caught between the ambitions of its powerful neighbors, Siam and Vietnam. The kingdom struggled to maintain its independence, often becoming a vassal state. In 1863, to escape being completely absorbed, the Cambodian king invited France to establish a protectorate. This marked the beginning of French colonial rule, which would last for 90 years. While the French built some infrastructure and famously rediscovered and began restoring the temples of Angkor, bringing them to global attention, they also exploited Cambodia's resources and people. Colonial rule fundamentally altered the country's political and social fabric, setting the stage for the turmoil that would follow. Cambodia gained its independence from France in 1953 under the leadership of King Norodom Sihanouk. The initial years of independence were a time of relative peace and cultural flourishing, often remembered as a golden era. Phnom Penh was known as the Pearl of Asia, a vibrant, cosmopolitan city. But this peace was fragile. The storm of the Vietnam War was brewing on its borders. Sihanouk desperately tried to steer a neutral course, but it was an impossible task. The The country became a pawn in the Cold War, with both American and North Vietnamese forces violating its sovereignty. The secret American bombing campaigns in eastern Cambodia, intended to disrupt Viet Cong supply lines, devastated the countryside, killed tens of thousands of civilians, and tragically drove many rural Cambodians into the arms of a radical new movement. They were called the Khmer Rouge. What followed is one of the darkest chapters in human history. In 1975, after a brutal civil war, the Khmer Rouge, a communist guerrilla force led by the infamous Pol Pot, seized control of the country. They immediately evacuated the cities, forcing millions of people into the countryside to work in collective farms. Their goal was to create an agrarian utopia, a year zero that would purify the nation of all foreign and modern influences. Money, markets, religion, and education were abolished. Family ties were broken. Anyone considered an intellectual, doctors, teachers, artists, even people who wore glasses, was targeted for execution. The regime turned the entire country into a massive concentration camp over the next 4 years, from 1975 to 1979. An estimated 1.7 to 2 million people, nearly a quarter of the country's population, died from execution, starvation, disease, and forced labor. The killing fields, like Chu Hang Ek outside Phnom Penh, and the torture prison of Tuol Sleng, a former high school stand today as horrifying monuments to this genocide. It was an attempt to erase an entire culture, to destroy the very soul of Cambodia. The nightmare ended in January 1979 when Vietnam invaded and overthrew the Khmer Rouge, but the suffering didn't stop. A decade of civil war followed, with the Khmer Rouge continuing to fight a guerrilla war from the jungles. It wasn't until the 1990s, with a UN-brokered peace agreement and elections, that a fragile peace finally began to take hold. So, where is Cambodia today? Emerging from the ashes of genocide and war, modern Cambodia is a nation of stark contrasts and incredible resilience. The capital, Phnom Penh, is a bustling city of motorbikes, new skyscrapers, and trendy cafes, sitting alongside traditional markets and colonial-era architecture. But drive just a few miles out of the city, and you'll see the other side of the story. Poverty remains a significant challenge, especially in rural areas where the majority of the population lives. Infrastructure, like roads and electricity, is still developing. The scars of the past are never far away. The population is remarkably young, a direct consequence of the genocide, which wiped out an entire generation of elders. This means that most Cambodians today were born after the Khmer Rouge era, but they live with its legacy every day, through the stories of their parents and grandparents, and through the economic and social challenges that persist. Tourism is a vital part of the economy, centered around the magnificent temples of Angkor. Millions of visitors flock here each year, bringing crucial income, but also raising questions about sustainable development and ensuring the benefits reach local communities. The garment industry is another major employer, but it too faces challenges regarding workers' rights and conditions. Culturally, there's a powerful movement to revive the arts that the Khmer Rouge tried to destroy. Traditional Apsara dance, shadow puppetry, and music are being carefully resurrected and taught to a new generation. A beautiful act of defiance against those who sought to silence them. The spirit of the Cambodian people is truly their greatest asset. Despite the trauma they have endured, you'll find a warmth, a gentle spirit, and an infectious optimism that is deeply moving. Their smiles are genuine, and their hospitality is legendary. This is a nation of survivors, rebuilding their identity one day at a time, balancing the weight of their tragic history with hope for a brighter future. Cambodia's journey is far from over. It faces political challenges, economic hurdles, and the ongoing need for justice and reconciliation. But when you stand at Angkor Wat as the sun rises, casting a golden glow on its ancient stones, you feel an undeniable sense of eternity and endurance. It's a powerful reminder that while empires may fall and darkness may descend, the spirit of a people, like the stone faces of Bayon, can endure, smile, and look towards the future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Cambodia's past and present. If you found this story powerful, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the cultures that shape our world.